Hi, my name is Danielle Reed, and this is my Visual Arguments in Advertising presentation.
And we're part of the audience.
When we take a look throughout society, one is bombarded with advertisements that are pushing us to buy their products. The bulk of advertisements are visually based, whether it be from a television ad, a print advertisement in a newspaper, or even a website. These arguments seek to persuade us through catchy photos and text. The first argument we will look at is the television advertisement.
Uh-oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Listen, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico? I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Television is one of the primary ways that advertisers promote and display their products, since most Americans spend a lot of time watching TV programs. While the advertisements are a source of annoyance for most, people can still bring to mind the catchphrases, jingles, and humor used in these commercials, as well as the products being advertised. A commercial that comes to mind when considering all of the aforementioned elements is the Geico commercial about the Hump Day Camel on Wednesdays. The commercial begins with showing us Mike the office worker on his computer in the foreground and the talking camel in the background. The camel can be heard in the background shouting to the people in the office, "Uh-oh, guess what day it is?" As soon as Mike hears the camel talk, he sighs and shakes his head in annoyance. By his reaction, it can be assumed that the camel comes in and does this often. The camel continues to move throughout the office, asking various workers to guess the day of the week. He stops by Julie's desk to ask the same question, but she ignores him, so he moves on. The camel moves on to Mike and introduces us to a new catchphrase when he asks, Mike, what day is it, Mike?" The camel is clearly enjoying himself, laughing as he moves on to the next worker, Leslie, who looks completely unamused with the antics of the camel. When he asks the same question he has been posing around the office, "Leslie, guess what today is?" she responds with a less than enthusiastic hump day. The camel proceeds to cheer, apparently quite pleased that someone has finally played along with him. Hump day, of course, refers to the middle of the work week, when one has made it over the hump towards the weekend. So, of course, the perfect setting for this commercial is in your average office. This whole scene is done in your stereotypical office, with plain decorations and plainly decorated workers to make the camel stand out even more. The office workers do not react to the talking camel with anything other than annoyance, which leads the viewer to assume such an occurrence is not out of the ordinary. So the plain decor and the lack of shock from the office workers over a talking camel leads to a clear delivery of the wit and the overall message for the commercial. The commercial ends with two guys playing the banjo on a mini stage set up inside the office, and one man asks the other, "Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars by switching to Geico?" Ronnie stops playing for effect to reply, "Happier than a camel on a Wednesday." The plain white Geico logo and website are then superimposed onto the screen, and an off-screen narrator delivers the well-known catchphrase, "Get happy, get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more." The banjo players and the off-screen narrator work together to drive home the message that by switching your insurance over to Geico, you can get happy, more than a camel on hump day, and furthermore save money in the process. Also, the familiarity between all the actors is meant to make the viewer feel more connected to the advertisement and the argument being presented, therefore making the viewer more inclined to consider switching insurance to Geico. The next argument that we will examine lies in magazine advertisements. Okay. Although print resources are not as prevalent as television advertisements, they are still widely utilized. While magazines and other forms of print are now more popular in their digital form, the advertisements within the magazines are still important to the publishing, whether online or in print. These magazine advertisements rely completely on the visual elements in pursuing their argument. using photos, charts and graphs, and text and other graphics to persuade their audience. An example of visual advertisements in magazines is the new campaign by Keds. According to Christine Berkner, a writer for the magazine Adweek, Keds wants to remain true to the core of its brand, inspiring young girls and focusing on the empowerment of women. The new campaign is using powerful, well-known female figures who believe in female empowerment and are hardcore fans of the brand. Keds works with the model of their ads, allowing for a certain personalization with each woman. The advertisements feature catchphrases that remain true to the brand, such as Titans of Industry, Mavens of Style, This World Could Use a Woman's Touch, Make Your Move, Leave Your Mark, and Never Underestimate a Pretty Face. The ads feature iconic women like actress Allison Williams and pop star Ciara, as on the previous slide, and singer Tori Kelly and musician Kaylin Russo. These women portray strength, beauty, and success. The ads argue that through the pictures, text, and celebrities endorsing this product, that buying Keds will empower you. If you buy Keds, then you will have the same success, beauty, strength, and fame of the women in these ads. Keds is targeting women with this campaign, many of whom struggle with self-confidence and body image. By using these women in the advertisements, Keds is creating an elite group of women that women anywhere will want to join when they view these ads. It is no wonder that Keds' slogan is "Ladies First" since 1916. The final visual argument we will look over is in websites. Most of the arguments you encounter whilst on a website come primarily from advertisements on the websites themselves. A person will expect the advertisements they encounter online to be trying to persuade them, but many times they remain unaware that the websites they visit can be at times attempting to convince them of something. Even the websites you visit for leisure or informative purposes can have subliminal arguments. An example of a website that you would not immediately expect to be trying to persuade you is the webpage TripAdvisor.com. The travel booking website TripAdvisor boasts on their homepage that you can book your best trip every trip. The idea behind TripAdvisor is that you plan your vacation all in one place and only have to use one site for everything. Now, you are not booking your dream vacation directly with TripAdvisor, but hotels and resorts, restaurants, airlines, and tourist attractions are all paying to have their services and prices show up on this site. The website is extremely user-friendly, with the first thing you see on the homepage is the giant search bar, ready to find you any service you would require wherever you might need it. While being able to plan your trip in all one website seems to be completely argument-free, the true persuasion lies within the planning. For example, if you searched for hotels in Sydney, Australia for the first week of the month of March, the picture on the screen is of the first couple listings you would see on TripAdvisor. These listings offer a few good reviews, the rating, the rank of the hotel out of all available hotels, and also a side-by-side comparison with TripAdvisor's #1 rival, Expedia. To compare with prices from other websites, you can click right below the comparison. By showing you the prices offered by their competition as well as the prices they offer, TripAdvisor is lessening the chance that you will go to other competitors and see what they offer. By consistently having a lower price than their rival Expedia, TripAdvisor is gaining your trust, making you confident that their offers are the better deal. However, TripAdvisor does not remain completely unbiased, as they do not show the listings for a particular good or service based on price or ranking. Instead, they put some of the more expensive listings towards the top in the hopes that you will spend a little bit more money instead of scrolling down the webpage and finding a deal that will save you money. One reason these particular hotels are posted above the cheaper ones is that they are paying TripAdvisor to sponsor their listings, so they will get more business. Overall, TripAdvisor seems like a convenient way to book everything you need for your vacation. And while TripAdvisor does have a very easy-to-use website, the fact that they do not list the best deals first after you begin to search demonstrates that they are subliminally trying to convince you that you choose one of the services they are sponsoring. TripAdvisor does offer some good deals, but you have to search for them a little bit more because of the bias shown on the website in favor of some service providers over others. In conclusion, every advertisement has an argument behind it, but how it is presented would not be as effective without the visual elements to enhance it. As society today leans in a more visual direction, so do the advertisers, choosing to focus their attention on presenting their arguments through television, magazine articles, and website advertising. While all of the advertisements we see on a daily basis may come across as an annoyance, some do have a more positive connotation. And instead of increasing the lack of self-confidence in society, some ads can leave us feeling empowered and inspired. Thank you.